5 on the National.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Throw caught there by Willis.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Again, Fields.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They go play action here on first down.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clinton forced out to his left, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. To throw on third down, Clinton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
19 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's been a touchdown machine for this season. He's #1 in the league in rushing touchdowns. So that has to help the entire offense as a whole. Play action passes, other people have a chance to touch the football because if you're a defense, you absolutely have to key on him.
They'll run with Hall.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 31 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Clinton. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
T. Higgins, his first rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching the
nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to
Right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
They'll find out here soon enough one of those adjustments are defensively.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down. Clinton. Wide open receiver complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Okay, ready?
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. His 1st career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now out come the Jets.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on third down, Fields. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Willis.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Willis. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
So that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who could not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Fields throwing again. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the 8 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Fields
firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Touchdown, Jets! From 3 yards out.
And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Clinton.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first. on first down. Clinton eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half.
And the ball back with this amount of time on the clock. Probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
From the 39, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game. Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. But I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
A couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back to throw. Clinton. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, they'll run it here. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. On third down, Clinton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Fields on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give to Hall running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Clinton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
On 1st and 10, Clinton. And this one's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's 3rd down, 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Here we go on 4th down, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands, no matter how.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game, even with the 2 points there. But let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And it's fielded at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clinton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So the Jets now down by 12, and time a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
On first down, it's Fields. Gets this to Moore.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Fields.
Now he's forced out right. Able to find Willis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose.
But I think Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Garrett Stingley picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Here's Baker throwing to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago.
Looking to throw. Baker. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On second down, Keys. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Baker now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Over
the middle, complete. It's Leonard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. The Raiders 41-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second down now. It's Leonard, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On second down. It's Leonard, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Leonard, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Leonard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Leonard. And able to get him inside the 5 here. Just inside the 5, about the 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter. San Diego in possession of the football.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Crusaders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Up the middle they go. Baker. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Baker. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now Baker on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
They'll take over first and 10.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the interception on the opening drive, but bounced back to throw a touchdown last time out. And he'll look to build on that as they start first and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Crusaders have moved out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Baker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Baker. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Back to throw. Baker toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st there as they move the chains. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense, and we like to run.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Baker. Eluding the press. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw is Baker. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 4th down and goal.
And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. The Panthers are able to level their record at 3-3 with the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Ken Walker, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The 23-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie.
And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Let's take it inside his own 40. A little juke. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Leonard. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raiders offense ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, it's Baker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now, it's Baker. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Baker to throw on second down. Got to man it. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the defense. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now a handoff up the middle. And it's a fumble. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Crusaders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Complete to number 9. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Baker now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on 2nd down. Baker. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bryant. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now Baker on 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Baker. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. To throw is Baker. To throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 82.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and
right side, they're going to go option here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. Leonard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a deal of brings up 2nd and 5. The 34-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Leonard, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settled for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So the Raiders now down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Baker throwing to start the drive. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Here's Baker on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On first down, it's Leonard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Leonard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
So it's our visitors that come away with a victory here, and it was due in large part, Charles, to the play of their quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for our visitors, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got the Chargers' sure-handed wide receiver. He had a standout game
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he threw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes at a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 64 yards.
Having a nice season, number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Childs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Herbert on 3rd down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the 40 now on second down. Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Herbert throwing again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He completes it to Stewart. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle they go. Childs. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends. They blocked well, too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Childs. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Ellis. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Schneider. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back to throw here.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bulldogs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To throw again on second down. Herbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Ellis. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, Childs, and he's able to get up here to the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Schneider.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for...
And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 5. And it's caught by Olsen.